Hi everybody, Rick Nappi here, and thanks for joining me here on the other side for the Great Correction, episode 5, entitled Addicted to Yes. Maybe some of you actually, it resonates with you when I say that, addicted to yes. How many of you out there think that you might be addicted to yes? How many of you used to be addicted to the word yes? Well, I have a confession to make. I am a recovering yes addict. That's right. You know, a lot of people come to me for a lot of different reasons. They want a lot of different things, and I always want to appease. I always want to make people happy. I always want to give them what they want or what they need or what they try to tell me that they need. And I've noticed something over this thread over the past several years or decades, who knows how long, because when you're an addict, you never know how long you're an addict. All you know is that you've been abused for a long time. And I'm sure many of you feel that way too, you know? And I started thinking about this. And you know, when I say yes to someone, when they come to me and ask something of me and I say yes, the conversation's over. It's just, hey, thanks, great. And they walk away, sometimes skipping away, sometimes just cheering away, and that's the end of it. But I've noticed that when you say no, all of a sudden, you have to explain yourself like to the finest, minute detail of why you're saying no. You're questioned with 1,000 questions about why the word is no instead of yes. Well, when you say yes, you don't explain yourself. So I started thinking, why do I need to say anything when I say no? And they say, but why no? Because I said no. Just like if I say yes, there's no conversation after that. It's just yes. And when I say no, it should be no. I shouldn't be questioned about my reasoning for saying no. And I'm sure some of you may feel that way also. And I've learned something else, that when people are accustomed to people saying yes all the time, especially people like me, a yes addict, and all of a sudden you say no, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you've helped that person. It doesn't matter if you've taken the last piece of clothing off your back to help them. When you say no, all of a sudden you're judged, criticized, demeaned, yelled at. Just, you know, I'm sure that as I'm saying this, many of you have that going through in your head as well. It's a difficult situation, so I can tell you that, you know, practice saying no a lot more than saying yes, because if they're a true friend, if they're people that really want to be around you, they'll accept your no without any explanation. They'll never bring it up again, and they won't begrudge you for it. You know, there's a lot of predators out there, and one of the predator groups are the people that prey on the yes addicts, because they know we're going to say yes. You know, I had someone come to me and said they couldn't pay their electric bill. And I'm looking at them, and they're wearing Prada shoes, and they have a Gucci bag, and they've got a little fur ball and a special little outfit, and diamond rings on, and gold necklaces. And I just finally looked at this person and said, you know, I'd love to help you, but I'm going to give you some great advice. Go to the pawn shop, pawn those shoes, that bag, those baubles, and you'll be able to pay more than your rent. Well, of course, they look at you with disgust and how dare you, and then they're pissed off at you. You know, go figure. Now, why is it that my assets, my money, my belongings, my assets, the cloth off my back, to these kind of people have no value? So therefore, it should just be freely distributed because there's no value to it. What do you need it for? But when it comes to their possessions, their money, their baubles, their cloth off their back, it has this immense value that can't be just distributed for no reason at all, just because someone asks. It's a double standard. It's not fair. So believe me, there's people that wake up in the morning, just like you have a job and I have a job. Well, they have a job, and their job is finding their next yes addict. And I just don't want anybody here to become prey to people that prey on yes addicts. And so now when someone comes up to me, unless it's a really good reason, and says blah, 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 whatever, and they want something, I say, you know, I'd really, really, really like to help you. But unfortunately, I'm a recovering addict. I was a very bad addict. And then they step back and they go, what do you mean you were an addict? You were an addict? I said, well, I wasn't on heroin, and I wasn't on oxycodone and Oxycontin and all that sort of stuff. No, I was addicted to the word yes. So I'm in rehabilitation. And you wouldn't want me to fall off my wagon now, would you? Because you care about me, because you want me to care about you, obviously. And you don't want me to fall off my wagon. So I have to say no. And if they don't accept that, then, you know, you might as well say no to even knowing them. Because that's someone that only cares about their gender and doesn't feel for you and what you're going through. Because when you say yes to everybody, you end up running yourself thin. You end up losing a lot of energy. And you end up, many people are giving what they need for themselves away because they're a yes addict and they don't know how to say no. And then they're living thin, and that impacts their health, their well-being, their security, maybe even their kids or their family. So listen, it's okay to say yes for good reasons, but it's also okay to say no whenever you want. And when you do say no, don't explain yourself, just say no. And whoever doesn't get that understanding of your no is not someone that's respecting your values, is not respecting you as a person, and not respecting your no. And don't let them twist you back to a yes. It's so easy to do with a yes addict. I know. So anyway, that's what I have to say about addicted to yes. Get in rehab. Practice saying no, and your life will be a lot happier, a lot healthier, and you won't be stressed out trying to figure out how you're going to help everybody out that wouldn't probably lift a finger to help you. And remember, even if you wanted to help someone out that you really cared about and you don't have it, you can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't. And a lot of times this comes about with our own kids. Well, I don't have any kids, but with your own kids maybe. They ask for things, they want things, you always say, yes, yes, I want this, I want that, yes, yes, yes. Then all of a sudden you say no, and then you've got an enemy in the house. Well, these kids have to learn a little bit of tough love for a change, don't you think? And they have to learn that it doesn't grow on trees. And a lot of parents that have older children that are out on their own keep coming back to them for stipends, you know? And they don't even seem to realize that maybe their mom and dad, or just their mom or dad, is struggling to pay their own bills. But they give it to them, and then they suffer. And then when they can't come through, they begrudge them. So anyway, don't fall prey to the yes addict predators. Don't be a yes addict, and balance it. And don't put yourself at peril just to say yes. Because believe me, the moment you can't do it and you say no, you'll be ostracized by most. So just be you, keep it for yourself. Give them a plate of food, give them a nice sandwich, give them some encouragement, but don't give what you don't have. Anyway, I hope you got value out of this. This is episode 5. It's called Addicted to Yes. I'm in rehab, everybody. And I really want you to come and join me for the next episode, episode 6, which is going to be, where are all the women when you need them? And I'll explain it when I see you on the next episode. And it's something that's really close to my heart, like all these topics are actually. But I'd like to get your feedback on this, because this is a place where I explore, I give, you give back to me, and I get answers, I give answers, and we all grow together. Anyway, stay healthy. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye now.